In the previous video, we had a packed couple of days in the Rocky Mountain National Park, so if you're interested in seeing that, I highly recommend checking that out. As for this video, we're going to continue on to visit a couple of other parks in the state of Colorado. This was a spontaneous road trip that we randomly decided to do. Now we're headed to Garden of the Gods, just now leaving Rocky Mountain National Park.
On our hybrid.
In our hybrid.
Dirty chips and espresso for breakfast.
Got some jerky, Cheez-Its, espresso. 2.5 hours on the road. First stop is Garden of the Gods.
No! Woman, no cry!
No woman, no cry. Okay. There's lots of people. This is Balanced Rock. There were a ton of people in the surrounding area, I guess just because it's right up next to the road, and I'm not gonna lie, I totally photoshopped them out of the backgrounds of my pictures because I didn't want them there, so I hope you enjoy.
How did people are climbing on that one, right?
In the Garden of the Gods.
Okay. What?
Now we're going to Great Sand Dunes National Park just because we finished early. We also might go to Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park if we have time.
Cheers!
Cheers!
I've been with this British guy a lot, so he keeps saying cheers.
Spur of the moment in our hybrid.
Of that mountain out there, but
So I mentioned this in the previous video, but this trip took place in August of 2020 when there were a ton of wildfires on the western side of the United States, including in Colorado. That's why you'll notice it's not very clear in the distance. Dang, you can't even see.
and this is just a little one.
Great Sand Dunes National Park was a repeat for me. However, last time I came, it was in the winter time and completely covered in snow. I recommend checking out that video to get a different perspective of this place. Regardless of what time of year you're able to visit, you'll most definitely be in awe of just how massive these dunes are. They happen to be the tallest in North America, by the way. Just look at how tiny the people are compared to the dunes. You want me to push you?
Why not? Come on.
You sure you want me to push you? If If you plan to visit the dunes and you really would like to sled, you need to bring or rent a sled that is specifically designed for sand. You may want to look up sandboard rental locations to see which shops may be most convenient for you. As you can see, cardboard will not work. Snow sleds will not work either, unless the dunes happen to be covered in snow.
No good.
I told you!
I thought maybe if you made the smaller.
After spending our morning in Great Sand Dunes, we made the decision to go ahead and drive over to Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, which is about a 2.5-hour drive. With this spontaneous road trip that we decided to take, in total we'll be spending about 10 hours on the road because our hotel is in Denver. If you don't mind driving, both of these parks are totally doable in one day.
This is neat.
Here we're driving through the Curricanti National Recreation Area that's just a little ways outside of Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park.
Do you see this?
Here we're at a quick little overlook by the visitor center. You can see pretty far out and down into the river, so it's pretty cool. Since we only had a few hours in the park, we first decided to drive along the South Rim and stop at several of the short overlook trails.
Holy cow. This is the closest, narrowest. He said 670 yards. The last one was 200 yards.
The last one was 397, I thought.
No, I need to take a picture like
Fallen trees. Wonder which one. After we finished with the overlooks, we decided to drive down to the bottom of the canyon. This was an incredibly steep grade, and you could tell somebody ahead of us was wearing out their brakes because it smelled like burnt rubber. So here we are at the bottom. As you can see, it's a pretty amazing viewpoint of the canyon. Yeah. I didn't get any footage of us driving, but on the way back to Denver, we took I-70. Most of the drive was in the dark as the sun set soon after we hit the road. This sign and other similar ones were scattered along this road. As I'm sure you can deduct, it was most certainly a very wild ride back. Okay, headed back to airport.
Bye-bye, Colorado.
Bye, Colorado. Bye, Ford Fusion Hybrid.
1,200 miles in 3 days. 50 bucks gas? Yeah, we back.
Made it back to the car. Just where we left it. Welcome home.